Christmas from Take Me There.
It's Christmas, and we're cruising. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through Lake Worth a pleasant calm had fallen as dusk hugged our berth. We put up the dinghy and reflected on our day as inconsiderate power boaters showed us their wakes. Our equipment was hung and our lights dimmed from view to settle into the salon to enjoy a quick chick flick called P.S. I Love You. That was Mom's choice. Gus the boat dog was already in the sack, dreaming of fire hydrants that explode on impact. The crew talked of sleeping in since Christmas is a day off, while the captain was wondering who might volunteer to stand watch. And the admiral in her kerchief and I, the captain in my cap, were hoping to settle down together for at least one night's uninterrupted nap. When out in the anchorage there rose such a clatter, I sprang from the couch to see what was the matter. Away to the cockpit I flew like a flash, tore open the companionway and looked over the dash. The crescent moon on the anchorage pitched such a glow with the luster of midday on the water below. When what to my wondering eyes should I see but a miniature rib pulled by 8 tiny manatees. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than dolphins, his overweight coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Fat Boy, now Pudgy, now Moby and Blubber, on Humpback, on Scarface, on Halftail and Flubber. To the top of the gunwale, to the top of that yawl, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As flying fish before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky, so up to the mizzen mast the pudgy coursers they flew, with the skiff full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the spinnaker the flapping and thwapping of each little flipper. As I drew in my hand and was turning around, down the diesel heater stovepipe St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in neoprene, clearly looking for a banquet, and in his wetsuit he looked like 2 pigs fighting under a blanket. A bundle of sailing gadgets he'd flung on his back, and he looked like a shyster salesman just opening his pack. That would be a salesman from West Marine. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples were dripping, and I heard him mutter something about derelict boats and anchor shitting. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, probably to keep the floating turd balls from smearing on his robe. The stump of a snorkel he held tight in his teeth, and the spray from it encircled his face like a wreath. He had a suntan face with a disgusted look that scared me to death as the admiral hit him with the boat hook. Laying there, he was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I gasped to see he was still conscious after rising and shaking himself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave Mama to know we had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, and then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod up the companionway he rose. He sprang to his skiff, to his team gave a cheek click, and away they all flew, farting and dropping manatee poop on our deck. I could think of nothing but the cleanup tomorrow as I watched this menagerie leave our boat in soiled sorrow, but I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night."